Good morning. January 3rd, 2023. Beautiful day here in South Georgia. It's overcast. Got a little bitty chill on the air, I have to wear a little extra shirt here. I think there's some kind of storm coming across the country. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow. Haven't seen any rain, but it's on the way. Deer season is still in down here, and I've been meaning to get out there for the last few days, and I'm going to try to go. Well, I can't go this afternoon because some of my buddies called me and wanted to play tennis today at 3:30. So hunting is out today. Move these brush buttons. Olive oil is sitting at 7 and slightly over a half. 7 and probably 9/16. Pretty darn close to 7.5. All right, here we are. Only the first shot counts. That's a heart shot. We're getting pretty close to January 6th. January 6th, I'm expecting, from what I've been hearing, to be a kind of a big day. That's the day when the new Congress takes over. And it's also the date that the infamous riot supposedly took place 2 years ago in the Capitol. We'll take that shot. Also, I'm hearing and have heard that this Brunson versus Adams case is going to be dealt with some kind of a way starting in January 6th. That's the case that is supposedly going to be decided or taken up or looked at by the Supreme Court regarding whether the last election in 2020 was legally certified. The allegation has been made that it was not legally certified, therefore it is not legal. Brunson versus Adams. I'm guessing we're going to hear something about that. We're also hearing some stuff about in New York, about the New York gun laws being the gun law, they call them red laws, that seek to restrict people's rights to own guns, is actually being overturned slowly but surely. There are things happening. Even though it looks like we the people are not winning, there are things happening. All right, let's take a look at that grouping right there. I think olive oil is feeling pretty well this morning. All right, I touched the heart in all of those locations. I'm out here preparing to do my job. My job is to declare the name of Yeshua, the Messiah, before men. and women. It says before men in the Bible, but that includes women, obviously. I'm declaring it. I read it in the Bible. Yeshua said, I want you to declare my name before men. Tell people about me. So I'm telling you. It's a little bit of a different way. I'm not trained legally in the Bible. I didn't go to any kind of seminary or Bible school. I feel like I've been trained straight from God. I have watched a heck of a lot of preachers though now. I know I spent years listening to what everybody had to say on the subject and making up my own mind. Let's see if I can hit the tennis ball can cover. Oh, I knocked it off. I hit it and knocked it off. I killed it. Let's go for the trifecta. That would be the other piece of aluminum foil. Heard it. I killed it. Now for the deer heart. Make it a little bit of a challenge. Let me walk back here. Let me walk back here a little further here. Now, the further back you get, the harder it gets. All right, I'm close to 20 yards. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, I missed it. That deer will live to eat, walk around free another day. How in the world I missed that, I don't know. But anyway, I did hit the tennis can cover. Knocked it off the hay bale. And I missed the deer. What can I tell you about this Yeshua the Messiah? And why does he want people to tell about him? The long and the short of it is that he has the power to raise people from the dead, from the fleshly death after they have died, and move them into a spiritual realm known as heaven. But he's not going to do it for everybody. And the reason is this: he loves us because he is love. Now, how is it that he could love everybody and yet not raise everybody from the dead? The reason is this: he gave us a thing called free will. And once God, notice I referred to him as God. Yes, this is what I believe. Once he gives you something, he being God and being good and being perfect, he can't take it away from you. He's given it to you. Nobody likes somebody to give them something and then snatch it back. So he gave us free will. Free will means that you have the choice to love who you want. He's not going to make you love him. He's not going to make you go against your free will. He has to be asked to save you, because essentially if you don't, that means you don't want to be saved. If he saved everybody, he would be going against some of their wishes. A person that says, in essence, what they're saying when they reject him is, I don't need you. I'll take care of my own self. I'll save myself. You know, we'll go to the doctors, we'll go to the health food store. You know, I've heard some good things. They're gonna, I don't need you, is what you're saying. So he's not going to force people. And that's the long and the short of it, as I said. But you that realize that you cannot get out of this world alive can ask him to save you. And he will, because he's good. He's a good God, and he said he would. I didn't make this stuff up. I was born 71 years ago in a town about 15 miles away from here. I grew up around here. I'm a Georgia boy, and I just heard this stuff. And then as I got older, I began to believe it. And then I found out that he said, go out and tell people. If you love somebody, and I hope that I do love him, you're going to do what they say. He told me to go out and declare his name before men. I'm doing it with the talents that he gave me. He gave some people different talents. Some people he gave them a great deal, and some people he gave them less. That's his business. So whatever talent I have, I'm using it to tell people. I use the archery because it gives me a little hook to get on and, you know, have something in my hand while I do it. Now I'm real close right now. If I can't hit that thing from here, I'll be surprised. I'm going to nail that can top. Well, I made a good show of trying. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to hit it through the pop top. Let me get this. Here, I hit it and bent it. All right. You see that? That thing there's got a right there where you stick your finger through. I'm going to try to put it through there. Let's see if I can do that. I can barely see it from here, but let's just see. I missed even worse. You have to be able to see your target, by the way. You know, if you pick too small a point, let me tell you about this. If you pick too small a point that to try to hit and you can't see it clearly, so really you shouldn't try. Let's just say it's a deer. Let's say you're a good ways away and you really can't see an exact point. It's just too far away to see. Then you pick a bigger point, you know. And if you're really far away and you really need to kill a deer or kill your target, you're just going to pick something the middle. That's something that I've learned. Don't try to pick too small a target. I was advised by my archery mentors back when I was under 20 years old, pick a really small target on the deer. But I can tell you that, yes, that's good advice, but only if you can see it well. Only if you can see it well. I think that's probably a spiritual principle too. When you're picking out something for yourself to do, if you're inclined to do and follow Yeshua's instructions to declare my name before men, or declare his name, I wouldn't be picking, hey, I'm fixing to be Billy Graham. That's That's a very fine target to be there. But maybe something broader, you know, maybe something that you can see very clearly that you can do. Okay, I can do this. There's different gifts of the Spirit. Different gifts of the Spirit. I know a guy that I consider to be a very fine believer. He never talked about Yeshua very much with his mouth. He did a little bit. But he talked about Yeshua with his actions. This guy was ready, willing, and able to help and lend a hand when he saw that somebody needed it. I could see that he was a real believer because of that. That was his way of declaring. The Bible points out clearly that some people have the gift of giving. God has blessed them with money, and they may not have the talent to get out there and talk about it. But, now, don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you for money. Somebody's coming up the driveway. Who is that going to be?
Good videos, keep watching them.
show these guys. This is Bob and Bessie.
Smile for the camera.
Where y'all going?
Take her to her mom's too.
I'm helping my mom help with a funeral for our Aunt Helen.
Uh-oh.
My Aunt Helen did not die. Her mother-in-law died.
Okay. All right. Y'all carry on.
All
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Keep up the good work.
We'll see you on the YouTube. Where was I? Oh, the different gifts of the Spirit. So I guess what I'm saying is that some people have the gift of gab. I hope that that's what I have. I've always felt like that I was pretty good at speaking. You got to have something to say too. Some people have the different gifts. If you read, you'll read in the Bible what the different gifts of the Spirit are. So that's kind of what's coming out right now. You know, you don't want to just think that you're not successful at declaring His name. Everybody does it their own way. All right, this is Gardner Israel, and I hope I can talk to you again.